I absolutely love Skyrim, but one thing I've always thought was missing is the ability to build your own village or city. A house is always fun to build and decorate, but nothing can beat the feeling of getting an empty piece of land and completely transforming it into a bustling destination. So, I decided to fix that with mods. Let's begin by introducing Alan Allenson, who has restored a derelict family mine, bought and fixed an old farm, and expanded his business across Tamriel after fixing an old pirate ship. With a small fortune in gold, he wanted to start his own village to house his family and move in the families of his many employees. After looking for leads on empty plots of land in the local taverns, he eventually heard of a plot for sale in Riften, so headed to the city to buy it. And after a dinner spent convincing the local Jarl to sell the land, he bought it for 25,000 gold and promised to start paying tax once the village was established. We join Alan on day one as he arrives at the newly coined town of Allenstead, which has long since been abandoned, apart from one family who operates a slowly failing trader shop. Day 1 is spent speaking to the last residents, who mention the town was destroyed in a dragon attack, and Alan sets up a small camp to get rest before starting his newest project. Day 2, and Alan heads to the nearby settlement of Heartwood Mill to sort all of the wood needed for rebuilding the village, which takes most of the day. The settlement also has a conveniently placed blacksmith, so Alan sets him up with a new contract for ore with the Allenson mine. Day 3, and building officially begins with the construction of a new well. Without clean drinking water, the new town wouldn't have a chance to survive, so this was vital. Day 4, and Alan builds lanterns on the old paths from the previous village. This would help the residents determine the layout of the village and let building work carry on into the long winter nights. Day 5, and with lack of food becoming a problem, Alan travels to the Allenson farm to gather fruit and vegetables to plant, and spends the night in the kitchen catching up with friends after being away for far too long. And on day 6, Alan travels back to town and plants the vegetables in a small plot behind the trader, which should keep them well fed until more residents move in. Day 7, and a new farmhouse is built on the cliff above the town. This would help the town quickly expand with enough food to be shared around so no one would go hungry. Day 8 is spent sectioning land into farmable area ready for the new farmers, and moving in cows and goats from Allenson Farm to provide milk and fares for the town. Day 9, and the farmhouse is completely furnished with a comfortable living area and kitchen, and bedrooms for the farmers who will be brought in to get to work right away. And on day 10, the first new residents of the town move in after a long journey from the Allenson Farm, so let's say hello. So I popped in to see the farmers. It looks like they're already hard at work outside, but we've got Christopher here doing some household chores. Very nice to see. Keep it up. Sam, I must have just missed you. Welcome to the village. Very happy to have you here. Karen, welcome. Hard at work, I see. I've had run-ins with Karens in the past, so please don't be one of them. And who's this over here? Looks like one of the goats have got out. Hilda, what are you doing out of that pen? Come with me. Will you actually follow me? It looks like she will. You know what? I might keep you around. A friend for sweet roll. And if you've got that pack, you can help me carry things. Come on, let's get back to work. Day 11, and the farmers asked Alan to build a windmill. This would help them turn wheat into flour, which would let them start producing baked goods for the town. And you can't bake without eggs, so Alan gets some town chickens. They seem to be free range and happily roam around town. Day 12 is spent building a new boat dock which can be used by the town residents for travel, but also allows for shipments to be brought from the Allenson mine and farm near Whiterun, through the local river system right to the dock of Allenstead. Day 13 is spent building the town tavern, needing a communal place for residents to gather and a good income source. What's better than a brand new tavern that sits right on the long road to Riften? Day 14, and the tavern's first floor is furnished with a fully stocked bar and enough seating to host a massive party. Plus, Alan even builds an outdoor seating area so he can watch the night sky with a good bottle of mead. Day 15, and the tavern basement is fully furnished with comfortable bedrooms ready for staff to move in. A new kitchen is installed so the tavern can cook some hearty meals for customers, and it's even stocked with the finest mead delivered from the Allenson farm. Day 16, and Alan spends it getting the second floor ready for guests by furnishing 4 guest bedrooms for any weary traveller to use, building a brand new bathroom with his custom Dwemer inspired shower, and adding a quieter social area the guests can use to relax. Day 17 and Alan travels to Riften to interview for an innkeeper, bartenders and a bard. News of the opportunity to work for Alan spreads fast and he soon got a crowd. One at a time please folks, I can't interview you all at the same time, but don't worry, you'll have a chance. And on day 18 with his new staff, Alan heads back home for the first official opening of the town tavern, which he calls the Fox House after his friend Sweetroll. Janet, welcome to the Edgewater Tavern. Hope it's up to your usual standards, but I'm glad to have you on board as the innkeeper. Tamara, welcome. I think you might be busy tonight. I've heard rumours there's a big party coming into town. Izzy, welcome. You've come highly recommended from the Bards College, and you'll definitely be busy. I'm sure you'll be getting a lot of requests for songs tonight. Fresco, welcome. It's definitely a chef's name, very exotic. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can cook up tonight. And while Alan celebrates with the town's first official visitors, this would be a great time for first time visitors to my channel to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. That way you'll never miss an upload and you'll be joining a great bunch of people in this fantastic community. Day 19 and the new tavern had attracted the Fletcher to town, so Alan spent the day building a stall which would be the start of the new Allenstead market. Jade, how's the stand? Hope business is good. We definitely get a lot of travellers, so you shouldn't have any problem selling these arrows. Day 20 and a travelling wizard also wanted to set up a stall, so Alan built another one. The market was slowly taking shape. Xylan, welcome. I don't suppose you've got a spell that'll help me repair these buildings, do you? It's taken me a hell of a long time. And on day 21, the town market was finished after a general goods merchant had his own stall built. Now the residents and travellers would have a great selection of goods to choose from. Slate, welcome. Glad you've decided to set up shop. Little hint, the Allenson Mead is a bestseller. I'd definitely stock some of that. Day 22 and news of the exciting new town was spreading and travellers asked if they could move in. So Alan built a new house ready for an older couple looking for a quiet life in the countryside after escaping the recently destroyed Helgen. Day 23 was spent furnishing the house for the new residents as they had no belongings left. A cosy living area and a comfortable bedroom should be a welcome sight. Hope you enjoy the house, you're the first official citizens of Allenstead. Day 24 and a guard barracks was built. With an increasing number of visitors and residents, the town was a prime target for bandits. Guards would be a welcome addition to ease any worries and keep the residents safe. Day 25 and the barracks basement was furnished with a sleeping quarters for the guards and a custom bathroom and shower. A comfortable break room was added on the first floor of the barracks so guards could relax before and after shifts. Day 26 was a trip to the big city of Solitude for a much needed market day, so Alan could sell some goods to raise gold for the new guard hires. And a conversation with Captain Aldous to get recommendations for more war veterans to come and join Alan as the new town guards, with plenty of candidates who deserve a new opportunity after their hard service in the war. Day 27 was spent travelling back to Allenstead with the new guards who are keen to get to work in their new custom armour. Welcome, welcome, glad to see you all arrive. I see you found your barracks. Just recently built, it should be comfortable. Let me know if you need anything. And on day 28, after a few drunken incidents in the tavern, the guards asked for an office and some jail cells. So Alan got hard to work to make sure that any troublemakers could be kept secure until city guards could collect them. Bjorn, what's he in for? What, he flashed in the tavern last night while drunk? Yep, keep him in there, we don't want that dodgy old man out. You filthy creature. Days 29 to 32 were spent building brand new town gates and walls around the entire perimeter after a suggestion from the guards. This would allow them to easily keep the town safe from attack and would help them keep track of anyone coming and going from the town for extra security. Day 33, and Alan builds a blacksmith workshop which could use deliveries from the Allenson mine to keep the town guard's equipment in good condition and to provide smelter ore for the various projects Alan had planned for the town. Day 34 was spent building the blacksmith studio with a forge, workbench and grindstone for any blacksmithing needs, and a fenced off area to keep travellers away from the hot forge and blacksmithing area. Day 35, and the interior of the blacksmith was finished so it could operate as a weapons and armour shop, but also a sleeping area for the new blacksmith when they arrive in town. Day 36, and Alan travels to the Allenson mine via boat and cart to hire blacksmiths who can operate the forge and shop. After speaking to Tovis the manager, he found his candidates. And before heading home, spent a night in the tavern for a now customary catch-up over mead and a good song. Day 37, and Alan headed home with the blacksmiths to show them around and properly meet them. Rona, welcome. It's a lot warmer here than it is in Allenson mine, so I hope you enjoyed the change in temperature. I certainly did. Welcome Hal, how's the forge and shop? Hope it's up to your standards. Day 38 was spent building a pelt shop. With hunters from all over Skyrim stopping at the tavern, it'd be a great place to set up shop. And right on the main road, it'd have plenty of travelling customers stopping by. Day 39, and the pelt shop was fully furnished with a living and sleeping area for the staff, and a separate shopping area to store the various pelts, as well as bows for any passing hunters. And on day 40, Alan officially hired a hunter and a shopkeeper who had been staying in town for a few days. Welcome to Allenstead. Have a good day hunting. Morning Farah, how's business going in the new shop? You're right on the road, so hopefully you get a lot of passers-by. Speak to you later. Day 41, and after preparing a new site for building, Alan stumbled across rare ore in the ground. So he heads back to Allenson mine excited by the discovery. He goes over plans with Tovis the manager to bring miners back to Allenstead and can't wait to get back to his mining roots. Day 42, with a bunch of excited miners ready to get to work, Alan heads home and work is completed on the new town mine entrance, ready for further expansion. Days 43 to 45 are spent fully excavating the mine tunnels and identifying all of the ores available. To Alan's surprise, every ore found in Skyrim is in the cave. This is brilliant news as it'll be a great income source for the new town and opens up exciting job opportunities. The cave is also outfitted with new sleeping quarters and even its own underground tavern for the miners to relax in. Day 46, and Alan officially hires all of the new miners who applied to stay at Allenstead. Welcome aboard everyone, how are you enjoying the bar and sleeping quarters? I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer this bar to the tavern upstairs. Anyway, I'll leave you to your drinks. Finishing the day with an evening stroll to admire the town and how far it had come from the once abandoned state he'd found it in. Day 47, and with people arriving from all over Skyrim, demand for houses was high. Alan built an alchemist shop after an alchemist arrived. This would keep the people of Allenstead healthy and add another income source to the town, which has proven popular with travellers. Day 48 was spent fully furnishing the alchemy shop with the usual cooking and living area, a comfortable bedroom for the owner and her daughter, and a shop area to keep stock and serve customers. And on day 49, the new alchemist officially moved in. Annabelle, Jules, how's the new shop? I'll get a shipment from the farm sent up as soon as I can so you can get to work. Hope you enjoy. Day 50 was spent building a new house for a groundskeeper. With so many roads, gardens and lanterns now in town, it was a full-time job maintaining them, and Alan desperately needed some help. Day 51, and the groundskeeper house is furnished. What it lacks in size, it definitely makes up for in style, boasting a cosy kitchen area and a very comfortable double bed. And on day 52, a new groundskeeper was hired after he turned up in the local tavern. We've got a nice little bachelor pad here, I'm definitely jealous. All I've got is a tent at the moment. Day 53 came along and Alan spent it building a bookstore. He wanted everyone in town to have access to a good education, and what better way to pass the long winter nights than with a book in front of the fireplace. Day 54, and the bookstore was fully furnished with a communal area upstairs to buy books and relax with friends, and a living area downstairs for the owner. And who better to take over the shop than someone from the College of Winterhold. Day 55, and Alan took a car to the Major's College, and after a donation to get inside, spoke to the librarian. He recommended his best student to become the Allenstead teacher and to take over the running of the bookshop. Day 56, and after travelling home, let's introduce our newest magical resident. Selena, good to see you settled in after the long trip back from Winterhold. It's definitely not like the library at the college, but I'm hoping it'll do. Glad to have you here. Day 57, and with adventurers always stopping in town, there wasn't enough space in the tavern, so Alan built a barracks that they could use to relax in between adventures. And on day 58, after furnishing the barracks with a large number of beds and a communal living area, Some interesting characters turned up as the first visitors. Mauricio, never had a wizard in town. Welcome, hope you find an adventurer soon. Faindal, I heard you recently had some heartbreak. There's plenty more fish in the sea, don't worry. With the majority of the town now built, Alan spent days 59 to 61 building himself a new house so he could officially reunite his family. Wanting a set place he could call home, he was excited to not be travelling around Skyrim. Now he's officially a successful businessman. Days 62 to 65 were spent furnishing the house with everything him and his family would need. And with it finished, let's take a look around. Been a few days, I've finally finished the house, so let's do a little walk around. First, got to introduce my new horse, Rogue. Stays outside, helps me to get around a lot faster. Very handy to have. Around the other side, a very handy vegetable patch and some beehives so it can grow some produce. And then the best part, I think, is this porch. Lovely little seating area where I can host some parties. Overlooking that view. Heading into the house, nice cozy hallway, just linking everything up, nothing too special here. Heading in here, dining area again to entertain, and we've got someone to introduce, Belle. She helps me run the house when I'm not here. Couldn't do without it. And then heading through, kitchen, breakfast island, everything we'd ever need. Just need a chef because I still can't cook. Heading to the other side of the house, got a study. I can do all of my work here when I'm not at one of the other offices. Still haven't got any books, but I'll get there eventually. Heading into one of the many guest wings. We've got friends from all over Skyrim, so I just want to encourage as many people as I can to come and stay whenever they want. Heading downstairs into the basement. This is the main armory. Got plans to expand massively in the future, so we're going to need a lot of guards for that. So I've got a lot of work cut out for me getting that outfitted with armour, weapons, shields. And this is where it all be stored. And right next door to make those weapons and armour, I've made a basement forge, top of the range. And I've even got a Dwemer extraction fan from a blueprint I found. So it's very cool down here, never overheats. And then in here is just a little storage area where I can store my prototype work. So these are things I've been working on recently. And I've also got an arcane enchanter and an alchemy station in case I need to do anything with them. And then last floor. Again, lovely open spacious hallway. This is one of the children rooms. Got a lot of space here. I've heard there's an orphanage in Riften which is quite badly run, so I might head down there and adopt them. The bathroom which has got my now famous geothermal hot tub. And even a working shower, which again is starting to spread all over Skyrim. I'm somewhat of an innovator. And then this is the master bedroom. It's a lot bigger than the one at the farm, so I think I might be moving here permanently. Very, very grand. Everything I'd need here as well. To commemorate nearly finishing the town, I've crafted a blade. This is going to be the symbol of the town, and whoever is the mayor will be given this as sort of a ceremonial rite. So yeah, very happy it's displayed here, and whenever the next mayor comes along, it will be passed down to them. With the house fully built, day 66 was spent building a guest house in the garden. This will be used to house some bodyguards. With Alan being so successful, he wanted to make sure his family were always protected from threats. Day 67, and the guest house was furnished with a bedroom and living area for the new bodyguards who had just arrived into town. Lana, Falco, welcome. Hope you've settled into the new house. Glad to have you on board. Definitely feel safe with you both around. And on day 68, the town of Allenstead is officially complete. And what better way to celebrate than a party in the Fox House Tavern? Alan drinks through the night and can't wait to bring his family to see his hard work. Day 69, and Alan heads to Whiterun to give Carlotta and Mila the good news, officially moving them to Allenstead. And before leaving, spots Lucia, who had recently become an orphan. With more than enough room in the new home, he adopts her and makes sure she never has to beg again. And on day 70, Alan and his family arrive at their new home, and it's nice to see they've settled in quickly. Carlotta, Mila, how are you finding the new house? Settling okay? Got plenty of people to introduce you to around town. They've all been waiting eagerly for you to arrive. And with that, Alan has everything he's ever wanted. Successful businesses, a beautiful family and home, but with a weekly profit of over 18,000 gold from all of his ventures, he knows he can do more to better Skyrim. Why stop at building a town when he can build a city and become a Jarl? Then he can truly help and influence the world of Skyrim, and he makes plans to find land to build the city of Allenhold.